He took out a stapler and stapled Dan Lambert's nuts. A nut gag is always, whoa. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Haven and welcome back. Today's video is going to be my AEW Full Gear 2021 review, thoughts and opinions. But before I get started, I just want to say, if you are not already, I do not know what you're waiting for. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button, become a Halien, hop on the spaceship, and let's get into this video. So the show opened up with Darby Allin versus MJF. The fact that Darby Allin really turns himself into a missile when he dives through the ropes, when he does the coffin drop, his aim, his precision is impeccable. Except that when he tried to do the coffin drop on MJF, who was on the apron, MJF moved and he almost killed himself. I will say, I didn't like there was biting in this match. MJF bit him and then he returned the favor, and then there was finger biting, and I'm just sitting there like, yuck. But dude, there was a point where Darby Allin got tombstoned on the apron. I forgot they do this here. It was a part in the match where they literally was rolling around like a ball. You know when someone's pinned and then they just flip it over and reverse it? They just kept rolling around the ring. It was pure comedy, but also quite foolish. And also Allin was successful in hitting the coffin drop though. He did it from the top to the outside because MJF had rolled out the ring thinking he was going to escape it, but he did not. Then, you know, the Pinnacle came out and Sting came out and he was handling them with a chair. After that, MJF went and got the skateboard. He got down on his knees and was like, hit me, hit me. And Allin took it, but he didn't hit him. He gave it to the ref. And as the ref was putting the skateboard away, MJF went into his nuts and took out the dynamite diamond ring, hit him with it, and then he hit him with the headlock takeover, and he won. I didn't care for the finish. I get it. He's heel. He said how he would win, and he did. But it was dirty. It was real dirty. But I enjoyed the match. So then we move on to FTR versus the Lucha Bros for the tag titles. Now, I did enjoy this match. I wasn't super invested. And the FTR are just cheaters. Like, they hit Rey Fenix with the belt. Then he got hit with a brainbuster, but he kicked out. And then he paid tribute to Eddie Guerrero. He did the Three Amigos. He did the Frog Splash. And then Phoenix and Pentagon had both the FTR dudes pinned. And at that point, I'm like, yeah, it's over. But it wasn't. But it was over soon after. They spiked, I want to say it was Dax, but I'm not too sure, so don't quote me. And they won, thank goodness. So boom, now we have Bryan Danielson with his bomb-ass music versus Miro. And this is for a shot at the world title. The size difference, they definitely used that to their advantage. Miro kept tossing Bryan around the ring. But he did start making a comeback. He hit the kicks, you know, he had the gunshot drop kick. And he went for the running knees and got caught. And powerbombed, and you know, I'm never mad at a powerbomb. It's probably one of my favorite moves. Miro was such a little tough guy. He kept telling Bryan to kick him, and he was kicking the shit out of him, and Miro was actually eating those kicks. And then every time Daniel would hit him with like 3 kicks, then Miro would hit him with 1 and like knock him off his feet. And I'm just like, come on. Actually, I don't care. But Mr. Bryan Danielson won. He hit a DDT off the top. I think that's what happened. And then he locked him in. They were saying that Miro was knocked out from the DDT, I guess. I don't know if he passed out immediately from the submission because it was barely on and the bell rang. But either way, Bryan won. And you know, I do like him better than I like Miro. So then we move on to Jungle Boy Luchasaurus and Christian Cage versus Adam Cole and the whack-ass Young Bucks. First of all, Jungle Boy is so nice. There was a moment in the match where each Buck had his hands and he still ran up the ropes and did his little jumpy flippy thing off of it. It was just beautiful. But at the same time, I don't know about him because he threw a chair straight at Adam Cole's face, and you don't do that. But at one point he was in the chair sitting trying to be cute, and Adam Cole got his ass back with a knee to the face, and I'm like, But then after that, Christian came and laid out Adam Cole. And I can't be mad at Christian because if you watch my wrestling crushes, Christian is like a OG, so I can never be mad at him. But back to Jungle Boy, he better go hide in a tree because I'm coming after him, alright? Because this man planted Adam Cole face first into a chair and then he was bleeding. Now listen, when you fine and you bleeding, you extra fine. But I don't want Adam Cole to bleed, alright? He's just... no. And then he put him through a table and I'm like, what is going on? Is it because he's new here that he has to go through all of this? Like, who do I speak to? Who do I write a letter to? And then I think it was Matt Jackson. He dropped the elbow into Luchasaurus through the table, but I didn't even care because I was still mad at Adam Cole going through the table. And Christian thought he was Jeff Hardy because he jumped off a high-ass ledge onto everybody. I'm here for it, but I just didn't expect it. And these boys are insane because they put thumbtacks in Jungle Boy's mouth as Adam Cole was holding him, and then, you know, the Bucks ran and gave him the kiss on the cheek, and then they kicked Jungle Boy in the face. I don't even want to think about it. Then they brought a ladder into the mix, and you know I'm always here for tables and ladders, but then Adam Cole got backdropped on it by Luchasaurus, but then he got his ass beat. Yeah, the stupid Young Bucks was all on him with garbage cans and everything. Oh, hold up. Beautiful Panama sunrise onto Jungle Boy. Adam Cole was standing on the set up by the entrance, and I must say, Luchasaurus, for a big ass dude, he can move because he did a shooting star press off the stage onto everybody. And then Christian was about to hit Matt Jackson, I want to say. I keep saying he got hit with everything, but I think that's who it was, with the concerto. But then he gave it to Jungle Boy, and Jungle Boy was ready, and he hit it, and they won. And I'm just so happy it was not Adam Cole who ate that chair shot, because it should have been him, right? Him and Jungle Boy been having this beef. But listen, if they forgot, I forgot. Okay, so if you know me, you know this match right here is the match I wanted to see the most. We have Pac and Cody Rhodes versus Andrade and Malachi Black. But see, let's get to the beginning of this match where Cody Rhodes was getting me tight because Pac was about to start it off, and then Cody tags himself in. Cody, nobody wants to see you, bro. Alright? And that's very clear because the crowd was not really here for it. But then Pac ended up tagging himself back in, and you know, he was handling them boys as he should, but it didn't last long, and they was really kind of beating his ass. They was working well together, Andrade and Black. And let me tell you something, Cody is weak as hell because I don't know what happened to him, but when Pac finally made it to his corner, he needed a tag. Why was Cody by the barricade? Like, what are you doing? Are you really that winded? And I'm just like, you Homelander ass bastard. And you know what? Because of that, Pac got DDT'd on the apron. So I'm gonna have to, somebody give me Cody's number because we gotta have a chat. But Pac finally got to the point where he made the hot tag. Ew, why did Cody get the hot tag? Where was you when we needed you? Where? Anyway, Cody had the figure 4 on Black, I think, and Pac tagged himself in, went to the top, did the Black Arrow. Oh, it was on Andrade, and then Andrade got the ropes. So, you know, and that's his bad. His mistake. And yeah, like I thought, Black definitely kicked Pac's face off. I'm not a fan of it, but I will allow it. And then Black also kicked the shit out of Cody, like, into the crowd, so he made up for it. But it was Pac and Andrade in the ring. Pac hit the Poison Rana. He hit the Black Arrow. He got the pin. Stupid Dax. I'm sure it's Dax, but I could be wrong. He came out and he was trying to fight Pac, and I'm just like, bro, he's on the floor. Can he get up? Like, you real dirty for that. So next up we had Britt Baker versus Ty Conti for the women's title, and they had a nice back and forth. Britt definitely just stole the stomp. She stole Steph's stomp. But I do like the aggression that Britt be showing because she stomped Ty on the steel steps. Then she stomped her again in the ring. But she didn't want to go for the pin, so she ended up putting her submission on, and it got reversed. So you look stupid. Ty had a nice moonsault she did onto Britt's hinge women outside, but she lost, and it was a whack pin that she lost to, so we can move on. So next up we have CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston, and Eddie Kingston was so mad. Like, before the bell even rang, he did a spinning chop. I forgot the name they called it, but to the back of CM Punk's neck, and he was asleep for like 10 seconds. And why was I mad? I don't like him. But yo, Eddie Kingston was really wilding on him. He bit him. Like, what was up with all the biting at this pay-per-view? But then when CM Punk was getting up in hand, the crowd was booing. And I'm like, whoa, I never thought I would see that. The crowd not behind Punk. But then later on, they were chanting his name. It was definitely really split. It was interesting. I just want to say that you fans are fickle. Don't chant for him to come back for 7 years and then boo this man and then cheer for him in the same match. Fickle. Daniel Bryan was right. Excuse me. Bryan Danielson was right. Anywho, Eddie Kingston pushed CM Punk into the pole, and then there was blood. And then I was like, oh, okay. You know, the beard, the gray in the beard and the blood. I don't like him. Eddie Kingston is nasty though, because he took CM Punk's blood and wiped it on his own face. Why you gotta do that, sir? That's not sanitary. But look, Punk was almost John Cena for a second. He hit one of his moves and raised the hand up like he was about to do the, you know, and I'm just like, don't do that. Kingston is too funny though, because he was like hammering blows to the back of CM Punk and his head was like wobbling while he was doing it. Like he was almost D'Lo Brown. He got hit with the GTS, but both of these men were super tired. Punk didn't even go for the pin. But then he did hit him with a couple of kicks and then he hit the GTS. And then he went for the pin and he won. So yeah, CM Punk won. I'm not mad because I like to jam out to the music. There was a Minneapolis street fight with the Inner Circle versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page and Dan Lambert. I just didn't care about it. I know people love Jericho, but I don't. I will say Jake Hager went to the top and I'm like, ooh, big man on top. I like to see it. But he jumped off with like a double axe handle. You could have saved that. Nobody wants to see that. Jericho was going crazy with the kendo stick at one point, but I don't know, I just was just like meh. But something he did do that was funny to me, he took out a stapler and stapled Dan Lambert's nuts. A nut gag is always, whoa. Somebody getting hit in the nuts or their nuts being hurt is always funny to me. And then Jericho hit the frog splash and I think that's how they won, but I just don't care about the Inner Circle. Tony Schiavone came out and introduced Jay Lethal. He's here now. He's all elite. And he wanted a shot at, I think it's the TNT title. Sammy Guevara has it. He got it. They came out. They had a face off. I don't care. But for the main event, we had old noodle head ass, who's a champion, Kenny Omega, versus Adam Page. Cowboy shit. Let me tell you what I didn't like though. I don't like how Noodlehead power bombed. It was like he jumped and Adam Page was on the top rope and he jumped over the ropes and grabbed him, hit him with a power bomb, and it looked so powerful and it was almost on his head. I was ready to fight because I already don't like him. These men was really going to war though. Like there was snap suplexes, there was tiger drivers, there was the V-trigger, Adam Page was diving. Why was there biting? More biting. Can we stop? And it's nasty because I'm sure Omega bit him open. All my guys is bleeding tonight. I don't like that. But anyway, Adam Page is amazing. Him and Noodlehead was on the top rope and he had him in his arms and just backflipped with him. Oh, it was beautiful. So Page had hit the pop-up powerbomb and then went for the bug shot, but whack ass, bum ass, Noodlehead ass Omega pulled the ref in the way and now we have no ref. But check it out, Adam Page hit Noodlehead with the one-winged angel and I thought it was over, but he kicked out and the crowd was like, oh, and I was like, oh. Yeah, they got me. I'm tired, but they got me. And then the Young Bucks came out and it's just, why y'all gotta come out here and be so annoying? But Page hit the buckshot lariat to the back of Noodlehead and then he went to the other side of the ring and I think it was Matt Jackson standing there looking at him and he was looking at him like, are you about to grab my legs? And I'm looking like, are you about to grab his legs? But he just like, he nodded at him, like giving him the okay. And then he hit Noodlehead with the buckshot lariat and he won. Adam Page won. He's your new champion. And it was crazy because like the Bucks are Noodlehead's guys and they did not help him. This is gonna cause a rift in the elite. I hope it do, because I'm tired of them together. Go off and do your own thing. Especially Adam Cole. He do not need to be following behind nobody. Bobby Fish is there. Can Kyle O'Reilly come? Because now I want Kyle O'Reilly to come so they can do their thing and he can be away from them. What could they call themselves? I don't know. Anyway, I'm real off subject. The pay-per-view was really good. I actually really enjoyed it. They have me. I'm roped in now. Like I got my guys over there. We got Adam Cole. We got Pac. We got Adam Page. We got Christian Cage. We got and yeah, and the wrestling is just fantastic. So I just want their women division to be a bit better. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what you thought about the pay-per-view, because I know you watched it. Wrestling fans, I know you watched this pay-per-view. But let's talk about it. Let's discuss. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Cut your post notifications on as well, and I will see you all in the next one. Oh yeah, and the Dark Order came out and they all celebrated with Paige. They all hugged and they had him up on their shoulders and it was a lovely moment. Oh, old stupid noodle head ass. It's still noodles. Even though your hair not blonde no more, it's still, you got black noodle head now. Like, you look real stupid with stupid facial hair. I don't care for that me.